What is going on, party people? Happy Saturday, Super Saturday. For whatever reason you make it super. Shout out to Big Super. Just putting in some of the home stretch work here, trying to finish up my paint job. Seeing what y'all was going on. What's going on with y'all? What y'all got going on today? I also want to see what just bought a new data pack, so I want to see what 1 hour, how much data 1 hour uses of internet. This is kind of an experiment as well. Let's see here. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, good.
Ready, kicking it.
So yeah, it's gonna rock out for a little hour. See how much work we can get done here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Charlie B in the building. It's popping. Charlie B. Just sitting here trying to finish up and paint. My paint job. And yeah, almost at the finish line where I gotta return home. So I'm hitting that home stretch. Hitting the home stretch. Playing quick chess game.
Ready, kicking it.
Let's make a bad move. So yeah. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. So yesterday I painted. Well, let me show y'all what's up first. Let's see if I can do that. I can kind of see. Yeah, I'm gonna hate leaving for sure. Let's see, we are. So I'm doing my second coat of gray. Here. Finishing up my spackling drywall parts I had to finish here and there. It's taking the mud forever to dry, which has been really kind of slowing me down this whole painting experience. Yeah. This room, same thing. Did the gray on that wall. And it's gonna be white, trim it in gray. Thinking about doing this little closet gray, depending on, I'm gonna paint it very last. I gotta finish a little mud. I fucked up the corner. Rushing a lesson. I gotta do probably about damn near hours worth of drywall work overall, like letting it dry and sanding it. And when I cut that shit, I could have just spent like 3-4 more minutes taking it down and trimming it and trying it. Haste makes waste, as Miss Bowman used to say. Shout out to Miss Bowman. So yeah, appreciate it, there, Charlie B. And I gotta order well, I gotta go get another piece of granite to finish this up. That's why I didn't paint right there, because I gotta put a piece of granite. So yeah, we getting close. We are getting close. What's up with y'all on this Saturday? But yeah, I'm gonna be hating to go back. I've been thinking about that a lot. I'm talking with my manager at work, because he's asking, hey, what's your date coming back? Blah blah blah. I'm like, fuck, I hadn't talked to nobody at work the whole time on purpose just to keep my mind off of it. But yeah, now it's like, damn, think about the whole hustle and bustle. Talking to my dad just now. So I started this live. It's snowing outside and shit. Oh my god, I gotta go back to that. That alone would be enough stress. Just having to go back to the fucking weather, let alone missing my little guy, the whole another life and transformed up here. So that's been its own thing as well. Going back to reality. Well, reality kind of changed, but the new old reality or the old new version of my old reality. So yeah, but it is what it is. It's a necessary part of the process. But first things first, getting this damn thing done. So, but yeah, it'll be done. I'll be done painting today. So I'm feeling very excited about that. Then just got to do a ceiling fan, furniture, which ain't nothing but a kitchen table and a bed that I just got to buy, and figuring out some knickknacks and shit for the walls and whatnot. And I stay right here by the market, by the tourist spot. So it's all types of pictures and everything I need to decorate this shit with. So I already know the real prices, how much painting costs, the paintings. So I'm already like ahead of that. I give y'all a pro tip when down here. If you want to buy stuff like the souvenir that you see on the beach or in the shops, anything in the shops, the best day to go is when it's raining. When it's raining, that is when it's nice and it's a million. I mean, just think about it. It's just simple math. The more customers you got, the busier the shop is, the price goes up just because they can afford it. They're getting business. Maybe you might think it'd be the other way with more customers, you make it cheaper to sell more shit. But I don't know. But the logic over here is if it's raining real bad, ain't nobody coming to the beach. It's like a fucking wasted day. So on those days, they will cut the deals. They're just trying to make a sale for the day. And I learned that from the damn shopkeeper shit. That's what told me that tip. That's another thing about being here. Since I'm here every day on the beach, walking around, like the shopkeepers, they know I live here. So they don't pester me. I don't say pester me, but they don't, they still ask me to come in shops and buy something. They'll tell me, hey, you've been here for a month. You ain't bought nothing yet. Play with me and shit. And they'll give me a better deal on some stuff because they know that I can go to, I don't have to, I'm not here off the tour and I got like 2 hours to kill on the beach. I got fucking all kind of time to go ask the price. That's what I do. I see something I like and they all got it in different shops. I just ask everybody how much for the same shit. And you get 80%, it'd be the same price. And the 20%, you know what I mean? So that's how you know the real price. I mean, I'm going to try to negotiate below the price they say, but I don't even the first time I'm just asking. I just ask. I don't even try to do no bartering at all because I ain't going to buy it right then, no way. I'm just asking the price. So once I ask the price, shit, 7, 8, 10 times to every shop I see the same thing I like. then I know. And a lot of them too, that you talk to them enough, they don't even come. They come at you with a cheap price. But like I said before, you come on a rainy day when ain't nobody out here, you're gonna get the best price. Almost to the point where you really ain't gonna have to really negotiate. You're gonna say, you know what? I didn't even come looking for this today, but I'm just gonna buy it. So if you learned anything from this live when buying souvenirs on the beach, go when it's raining. Because that's when it's like a sale. That's the sale days. But yeah, I'm gonna miss this place for sure. I'm gonna miss it for the time that I'm gone. Because it's like a whole nother little community. You meet so many new characters. It's like a different season of the show of my life. So this is season 43, but season 43 is in the DR. There's all types of characters, different characters on the show. Like my man Miguel, my painter, artist, my friend. That's my guy. I'd have been hanging with Miguel. He'd be around me every day and shit, but we kick it heavy. So I got this interview on what to do with him. I mean, I got a lot of footage talking with him anyway, but we're gonna do a real sit down, formal interview. That's why I want to get this shit done, because I can do it down here fairly easy. Or and set up the green screen and the lights if he wants to do it in here. We found a nice spot on the beach to do it, but they always playing music in the background, so I don't think I can really use that spot. So I got a whole set of interviews that I'm doing with several of the restaurant and shop owners here, because I'm doing content for this documentary style piece or informational piece about the area in general. So mixed in with the progress of this apartment and the whole story behind this, a lot of people are asking me about buying property and all the stuff like that. So I have no problem explaining the whole process in detail, because it's not difficult at all. And this project in general, just the thoughts behind it, the ups and the downs, a couple downs, nothing bad though. So far, so good. But there's been a couple downs, I would say. I've been dissatisfied with some of the quality of the work that I got, and it kind of became an issue. I mean, or I had to correct some things, or if I would not have been standing there when it was happening, like I prevented catastrophe. I don't like to, like, when nobody's working on my shit. I can do damn near everything myself, but things that I don't have tools for, shit I can't do, I sit and watch to learn. Like when the air conditioner guy was here, I learned a lot about the air conditioner. Like next time, and YouTube videos too. But the next time I have to do anything with an air conditioner, I don't need to hire nobody. I just need to buy the tools to do so. But while I was watching, and all my life, yeah, like I explained the other day, if anybody's seen it, I've been working with my dad since I was like 8. So I know how to do fucking pretty much everything of some sort. But when they was doing some of the work here, I was sitting and watching. And if I didn't say something, they would have just had my shit fucked up. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, why do I got to tell you to do this and do that? It's like, I've had them just the blank looks like, what you mean? Like, what do I mean? You see this fucking big scratch you just put in my shit? Like, oh, you gonna fix it with spray paint? No, you shouldn't fix it with that paint, because that's not the same. And then you spray it and it dries, and then the next day you're like, man, what the hell? I told you, dumbass, yesterday that wasn't gonna work. And so this goes to the old homage. If you want something done right, do it yourself. I had a couple of those moments. Or like, bro, you just took that apart and you took out 4 screws. You should put 4 screws back in what you just took apart. Like, bro, like, Be the angry fucking client that's just sitting over the people working and watching them. Yeah, if you don't want your shit fucked up, either explain it really thoroughly in the beginning or sit and watch and or just do it your damn self. So I've always been a do it your damn self type of guy anyway. But I know when I come back to my upstairs apartment, the overhaul I'm gonna do upstairs, like I'm gonna do it all myself. Even the concrete work I want to do, I'm gonna do it myself. Because if I'm gonna be living here, I'm gonna be doing other little projects anyway. So I've had to buy a new set of tools down here and stuff I couldn't bring with me. So what you saving in paying somebody to do your work here, buy your own tools, this is worth it. So yeah, I already got my eyes on another project I want to tackle if it all plays out. That's another thing I learned here too. You just gotta watch and wait. Watch and wait, watch and wait. And I've been doing a lot of that. Learning people, learning who's who in the neighborhood. I mean, I know enough when I see somebody with a fucking a suit and a blueprint. I know they got something to do with something. But the other day, there's this building that's like right across the little courtyard from mine. And I've walked in it in the video. If y'all watched the live, I walked all inside of it. It's all blown out. But it's got like, it's just fucked up. Like the way it's set up is dumb. Like I don't even know whoever designed this. Like they wasn't thinking it through. So the other day I seen some guys, the architect builder type dudes over there looking at pointing at shit, talking. So I was out cleaning my paintbrushes and shit, and I just was listening. And I had to kind of be closer to them because I was like dumping some gravel or moving something. I don't know what I was saying. Moving some rocks, some dumb shit I had to move out here. And I just started talking to them. I asked them were they the owners of the spot, blah, blah, blah. Because I heard them mention, I heard them say it would cost a lot to fix this. I just kept saying it would cost a lot, cost a lot. So they weren't. So they were looking at it like, I don't know if they were looking at buying it, who they represented. I didn't go into that much detail. But I asked them what they thought about, had they been up in the upstairs and what they thought about it. And he was like, yeah, it's fucked up, basically, is what they told me. Then they went on and finished whatever they was doing. So then a couple of days later, talking to somebody else about that building, and they told me, they said, no, they're planning to tear that building down because it's fucked up. And I was like, I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew it was fucked up. But it's so fucked up that it's just cheaper just to knock the whole damn thing down. And they're not gonna mosquitoes in here. It's fucking ridiculous. When they knock it down, they are going to put a parking lot there because they are growing over here. And then right across from me was this old market building that was like built and stopped. So it's kind of like falling apart. But since I heard the news about them knocking the building down and making it a parking lot, which will probably give you like, I don't know, where they park over, they cram it in on the weekends, they probably get like 30, 40 spots. But I seen guys today, this morning, that I've never seen before, walking inside the old beat up building that needs to be rehabbed. And I think it was just, it wasn't nobody like me just exploring. It was like, because he was walking, he was pointing at shit and it was like a French dude. And he had a Dominican guy with him, looked like he was the contractor or something. So that's all good. It was good progress. Because I'm tired of looking at the blown out courtyard anyway. But now I can tell there's something going on. Something. Yeah, Charlie B for sure. You can hit me on the back chat. No secrets when it comes to expanding out here. I want to encourage it. All right. What else is up with y'all on Saturday? Oh, and back to the list. I mean, so many more things I learned from just listening and talking to people. Um, one of the shop owners, I noticed she had attitude the last couple of days, but not attitude at me, but she just wasn't so friendly and outgoing like she normally is. She was just kind of chill, and I found out that her and her husband got into an argument or something the other day. And I was like, that's why I ain't seen him. I go over there and get the cheap chicken and shit where the locals get it. I'm like, damn, I ain't seen dude. I seen his wife, but she been on some other shit. So I don't know what's going on. I found out what's going on yesterday. They got into a little spat. Just funny shit. Just be listening. Listening and listening. Speaking of listening, pardon the vacuum. Yeah. My painter guy, Miguel, got in the damn, he had an accident. Today is Saturday, so it's been like Thursday, I think he said. He got hit by a moto waiting on the bus. So he said he was at the bus stop getting ready to get in the bus. And the motos, they drive crazy as hell. That's the only bad thing I won't talk bad about this country because I love it. But I talk bad about how they be driving. Oh, fuck, that shit's crazy. I got a couple videos. Y'all gonna be like, what the hell? So I really don't be liking it. I like to drive, but like that's a fucking calculated risk every day. I mean, I guess anywhere in the world you driving, but shit. I rephrase that. It's calculated danger. Cause yeah, that's the only thing that get me going crazy. It's like some of the crazy shit because you know, you gotta have your guards up. Like when I learned driver's ed back when I was 16, 15 years old, like this. I just remembered Mr. Martinez or Mr. Luis, whatever the instructor's name was. Shout out to him, but he was just like, drive defensively. You got to drive like everybody's trying to crash into you. You got to think like that. You got to think like that. I was like, this motherfucker crazy. Like, what is he talking about? But yeah, 40 years later, 40, 38 years, 30, however long ago that. I guess it wouldn't be 40 years later. It would be 25 years later, 26, 23, whatever years later, driving over here. Yeah, I totally understand what he meant. He was Mexican though, but they must drive like that where he's from Mexico too, because this shit's wild over here, y'all. I'm telling you, expect the unexpected, which is like kind of like a mind blows your mind. You say expect the unexpected, but even that shit is unexpected. You know what I mean? Like if you have expect the car to be coming up the wrong side of the road. Expect a moto everywhere, everywhere, because they're coming. Like Razor Ray said, beware the motos, beware the motos. They don't abide by nobody's law. I mean, the car should be crazy. Like last time I went to Sasua when I was driving home, like I had to swerve out of my lane over towards the shoulder because somebody was like literally coming head on. Like if you didn't move, you would have got hit. And people, like a lot of people drive here, they expect that. Like if they passing somebody, they passing a truck on the wrong side, and they in your lane, and you in the opposing traffic, they like expect you to fucking slow down and get out the way, or like you'll crash into them. I said, man. And to be honest, the other day when I was like my last day in a rental car, I was having like I had about a 20 minute. I didn't have road rage. I didn't like flex on and do no dumb shit. I don't really. The most I do in a road rage out of me. One time I had some big ass rocks I was ready to launch. You know, if I said next person to do that dumb shit to me, I'm hitting their car. But I didn't because I was being crazy. But the last 20 minutes of fucking y'all seen Michael Douglas falling down, like when he just was like, fuck it. I was driving my last day in the rental and somebody did some crazy shit and I had to slam my brakes. I'm like, what in the fuck are you doing? But the next 20 minutes, I was like, I'm driving like normal, and if somebody get in front of me when they should, they can get hit. I don't give a fuck. And I drove like that to my destination. I was going to get some shit. I really didn't have no incidents. I had like maybe like one and a half near misses where the person looked like, damn. I'm looking like, yeah, fuck out the way. Or yeah, like don't pass me on that side, you stupid. Like, what were you thinking? You know what I'm saying? They looked at me like, hey, and I'm like, hey, what the fuck? But still don't want to put no dent in your car. So you can have the moments. And even if you're right, you could end up hurting somebody. And or you got a big ass fucking scuff in your you got a new dent in your car that you gotta pay for. So let's see. Same shit I'm using Egypt. Oh yeah. They drive what the fuck style. Yeah, man. I just can't get it. I mean, you see all that, but when you experience it, you be like, okay, like, all right, you're gonna get over it. No, you're not. Oh, fuck, I gotta get over it. Like, damn, what the hell? Like my dad was saying, what is wrong with these people? Why they drive like that? Um, I can't call the pops. Shit's crazy. Or you'll see somebody just pass like the whole traffic in the wrong lane in front of the police. Like, damn, just go wherever, huh? Get in where you fit in, literally. All right, let's see here. Put some more paint on this door. Yeah, I'll be so happy though here when I'm done painting, so I can like move my furniture or get some furniture in here. Hook the refrigerator up and the stove up. That's gonna be a small victory for mankind. For Mogkind. A great victory for Mog. A greater victory for Mogkind. But yeah, I'm gonna miss this place. And my damn sleep patterns. I work thirds. I've been on a real early morning. I'll be up at like 7 or feeding the baby at like 5. Wake up at 5, feed the fella, put him back to sleep. That whole ordeal could take 30 minutes. I go back to sleep at 5:30. I'm up at 7:30. Boom. Turn on some YouTube or whatever. See what the rest of the world was talking about for a few minutes. Put my coffee on if I get my own coffee. Or if I make my own coffee, I should say. Or I walk to the beach. Get the daytime motivation popping. And that right there is going to be what I'm going to miss the most. going to the beach, having my coffee. I sit on the porch at the crib and do it anyway, but the crib and the beach hit a little different. Let me tell you. I would say they hit totally different. Totally different. But yeah, and I got to get on my content. That's another thing down here that I thought I was gonna do more of. I mean, I've done live content, but I haven't edited. I started to edit part of the video, but something happened and I was taken away from task. But got a lot of content. But just I can do a lot about the department. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna mention. So last night I took a walk around the block. Like I do like a night sometimes, I walk on the beach at night. And I always like pick a different route just to see what's going on. There's so many Canadians out here. It's like, yeah, this whole beach, like it's a Canadian spot. They got it on lock. Of the tourists, I would say like 92% are Canadian. If not, they got a good 90. There ain't very many Americans. Let's say 90-10. At the most, it might be 15% Americans that visit here, but I would say like less than 10%. So I seen this lady. I've been seeing her for like a month. She's painting, tell she's some artist type. I seen her on the beach with her whole canvas. And she'd be painting sunset, or paint trees, and paint flowers and stuff. So I saw her walking. She was walking with her husband. There was another guy I've been seeing out here, but I never seen them together. But I had spoke to him in the morning and shit too. So when I saw her, I said, "Oh, you're not painting today?" She was like, "Oh, I was painting earlier, actually." She was like, "But I saw you on YouTube." I was like, "What?" I said, "You saw me on YouTube?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "How you see me on YouTube?" And she said, "I was typed in El Pueblito because I always hashtag my stuff." She says, "And you have an apartment here, don't you? You're working on, I seen you painting or working in your apartment." She was like, that's what her husband chimed in. Like, yeah, we're going to be looking for a place when we come back. We're going to come back for a long time. So is it ready? Will it be ready? So they were like interested. And I was like, yeah, you want to see it now? I showed them, brought him in here and showed him the work. I was like, oh, this is very nice. Like, how much you going to want a month? We'll probably, if we come back in June or in October, but we're going to stay for like 6 months or maybe 9 months. I was like, I'll let you know. I had some business cards, so that worked out. So I don't, and that's not the first time people have asked me. I've had like this past week, 3 different people ask how much for the month, and don't worry, they're gonna pay a whole lot. I mean, not the whole lot, the whole sum, lump sum at one time. They come in for a budget like that. So, so that was cool. But just seeing the lady randomly seeing my shit on YouTube, that was pretty cool. Just off a hashtag. comment. Let's see. 5 people in the building. I probably do because I look at like some of their channels. Like more people, foreigners do stuff about DR than people that live here. Yeah, for sure, Charlie. You got the family price. You got the low 99. The low low got you covered for sure. For sure. That's the other thing too. I got a lot of friends and family that I always talked about coming down here, but you know how that is. Everybody want to go until it's time to go. But knowing I got my own place and I'm here, that makes me feel a whole lot, and they've been seeing a lot of videos and stuff. They hype on that where I feel like they really are gonna come now because they can see it. It's not a way, if you want to get close to the hustle and bustle of Sasua, or a lot of people think Sasua, and I'm like, yo, no knock on Sasua, but this is way more chill, and you can still go to Sasua. You can do everything you can do in the Sioux right over here too. Cause believe me, that's another thing too. I gotta figure out the best way to do some more informational videos. Everything that everybody else talks about, how to move in the Sioux and how to move in DR and shit. A lot of them people don't really be here like that, you know, across the board. Like they know a little bit, but I don't know fucking everything, but I know a whole lot. I've been coming here for 5 years heavy. I don't know shit about no other place, but I know a whole lot about this place. Let me tell you that. And even though I don't talk about a lot of the shenanigans and shit on my channel, I sure know all about them for real. So I'm a good consultant, let me tell you. And I've seen a whole lot of fun going on in Pueblito, if you know what I mean. Like, okay, this spot is kind of low key. The Canadians, like I said, the Canadians got it on lock. They've been coming here for a minute, and I've been seeing a lot of Canadian cats having a blast. And I said, okay. So let me see my best analogy. Like, it goes down on this beach over here. Not on the beach. Well, yeah, on the beach too, but just the area. So the trees over here bear fruit too. Just like fruit that's maybe it might be a concentrated fruit factory, 30 minutes that way. But it's a nice selection of the fruits over here too. If you like shopping for fruit. There's a lot of the fruit over here that come to the beach because they know a lot of the Canadians and I've seen a couple people from like Spain over here too, but majority like the straight up Canadians, French Canadians. I would say other Canadians have been coming here 70% French Canadian, 30% like other places that's speaking English with no accent. They be saying, hey, all the other ones are saying, we, blah, 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 blah. Sushi, buen dia. All that heavy French. I had learned 2 new French greetings like yesterday, but I forgot them already. But that was from having coffee with the French dude, listening to him talk. Like Chauchet or something. I was like, okay. But yeah, I've seen a lot, especially at night. I'm like, okay. You see the cab, something pull up. I'm like, okay, well, this looks like somebody I've never seen over here. And the next thing you know, she over there with my like, oh, it goes down in the DM over here too. I said, all right, okay. But then you start seeing the same people. I've been here for 3 months, so you might see the same, what I'm saying, like free agents out here rocking out with a different, what I'm saying, represent a different player. I'm like, okay, I see how this goes down. I see you got a little agency. They got the karaoke on Friday nights. They usually got some little event going on the weekend. So it'd be like, good little, opportunities over here. If you're looking for opportunities. So, but it ain't like no stroll. It ain't no like poppy. It ain't none of that shit over here though. But, you know, you might be like, hey, it ain't no, you gonna get rushed. Ain't none of that. But it's kind of lit though. It's low key lit, as my sister would say. It's low key lit. All right, that's what you call it. It makes perfect sense. It's low key lit over here, and I like low key lit. Everybody gonna come blow up the spot on low key lit. What's up? What we got? So our four in the building. What up, Smoke? Okay, YouTube channel, yeah, IG. Yes. All day. What you been up to, Smoke? Did you make it down here on Super Bowl, Smoke? Did you sneak in and out? You don't know you talk. But this shit was so crazy. I kind of like to the day of the football game. I was like, damn, I didn't run into Smoke. I ran into Deep Lake and ran into Sims, but no Smoke. All right. I already did my Super Bowl review. Super Bowl was fun, but I got my Super Bowl badge. Good on the Super Bowl, the Superb Bowl. But I will be down here during that time for sure. Hopefully, permanently by then. But that's a good time to get the apartment lit. So the Super Bowl party on this beach was fucking dope. I wasn't even there. I just seen the videos. They had the jumbotron screen. I thought it was a fucking projector screen. So no, that was the click together LED panels. I said, oh shit, that's why it was so crisp. Yes, sir, it was. So I said, next year I'm gonna be on the beach for the game because they had a little buffet. Obviously the restaurant was selling it, but shit, it's the restaurant right there. It was cool. They had the speakers and shit outside, and it was like a 30 foot, the LED, like big, like a concert. I said, damn, the hell did I do with my lid? Okay, here we go. But I highly encourage y'all. I gotta hang my TV in here. So that's what I want to do too. I want to get done painting today, then I want to hang the TV in here so I can figure out. I don't have no plug over here, but I gotta do like the exterior shit that they do. But I'm gonna do it a little different with some American ingenuity and an idea that I seen at Casa Valeria. Like at Casa Valeria, if any of y'all stay at Casa Valeria, look behind your TV on the wall. They took like a plastic, like Rubbermaid Tupperware style, like square thing. It'll be like a clear thing you can put like nuts and bolts of food, whatever, like an airtight thing, plastic chip with the little click locks on it. And they put like the cable box and all the other little shit that would hang and dangle like in that box. And then they screwed that box to the wall. So it's like a baby, like a little baby clear locker almost that has the TV thing and all that. And the cords all wrapped up there. So I'm like, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna hang the TV and all the fucking extension shit. I'm gonna power up here, then the little box and all that that would have to be on the shelf and put it in that little thing and put that shit on the wall, nice and tidy. But shout out to Casa Valeria, 'cause that was a good idea. But yeah, the TV, I got like the biggest TV I could fit here. It's like a 43 inch. And I gotta also put like a little block or something here so they can't open the door and smack the TV. Because that's the thing, like, I don't think I'm really worried about. It's actually the most expensive appliance. Most of the Airbnbs that you stay in got small, unless it's like a villa or something. But even a villa, the TVs be smaller than what you would want, than probably what you got at home. I've been in a villa with a 65, I believe, but most villas be like a 30-inch TV, smaller TVs. And people say I ain't really watching TV in the Airbnb, but I do. I watch on Netflix and chill and my YouTube. So I put a big TV in my shit. It costs more than the refrigerator and the stove put together. Really wasn't bad, but that's the thing too. Like what you can get, like I think I paid like damn near $400 for that shit. Where at home you can get that same 43 for like 250. That's one thing too. And you can catch some off-brand different. I learned some. I mean, you even see it depending on what city you live in the United States, like what your electronics store may have. But you see like different name brand stuff, but it's the exact same and whatever. And so that you learn, who makes what. But I've even seen that more here because they got more stuff, Chinese brands here that are the same. It might be Magnavox or same umbrella with the same TV because they got the same remote control, the same Roku, the same Google TV shit. Then I learned too. I go to the sports bars. You look at what TVs they got. Because the sports bar TV get like heavy wear and tear because it's out usually hanging up like sometimes outside and it stays on fucking damn near all day, all night. So I look at the brands that they got. We're like, yep, that'll last. And also I learned too here that, which I hope I'm far enough away from the beach where it doesn't affect me too much. Just like the salt water, just the moisture in the air and salt content in the air just eats up electronics, especially beachfront property. The restaurant owner guy, he got a apartment right there that opens up with a nice big view of the beach, 100 yards away. And he said, shit, his TVs go about every 2 years. If I get a TV that lasts longer than 2 years, I'm lucky. So even at his bar, like put a TV over his bar, and he just had to keep buying it. So, and one of the Airbnbs I stayed at, it's like a resort style place. It said the same thing, and I talked to the owner. So I've been planning to come down here and have property and little shit like that. So when I get the chance to talk to somebody who's been here, I ask them all types of random shit. And you can learn a whole lot. Like the time I learned. Now, I don't know if this is true. I believe it though. It's like one of the places I stayed at. There's a guy been living here. He was from Dutch Antilles, I believe. And I found out that their currency is American money. But he was telling me how he lived down here, met his wife, moved down here, bought the property, et cetera, et cetera. This is a couple years ago. But he started teaching me about air conditioners and how that make people sick down here. He took a filter out of one of the air conditioners and sent it back to, because he was some type of professor before he came down. So he had all these universities with science, a biologist, or some type of somebody with science background. But he went to school and or taught or some shit or adjunct professor in London. So he said he sent the filter from the air conditioner back. When he went home, he took it back and had him analyze it. And he was talking about, just the amounts of fucking mold and all this shit. He's like, ever since I stopped using my air conditioner at home, like 10 years ago, I barely ever get sick. I don't, none of that shit a lot of people have. And so I use ceiling fans, keep windows open. But this trip I've noticed, I mean, we all know like you be under the air, you wake up and scratch your throat, but I had the same thing in my apartment. It's hot a couple days and I run in the air conditioning and fucking, I was getting sick. I thought about dude. But in that same conversation, you was telling me too, like how he don't use mosquito spray. He just drink more rum because he got, the mosquitoes don't like the alcohol. You got, somebody like damn near drunk, they drink a lot. You can smell it out their pores. Right? He's like they smell it too. He said, so I just have a rum and coke in the morning and all day. I said, "Yeah, that could be true what you just said, but or you could be making some type of excuse why you drink all the time. But hey, keep from getting bit up by mosquitoes. More power to you, buddy." And then also had a good conversation about buying property and stuff I've heard before. The strategy to do it, what you got to do, what to look out for. Wealth of information every day. Sure got the comments. I'm rambling. Okay. Strong Island. Yeah, snows. Yeah. That weather. That's what y'all talking about. That weather. Fucking not looking forward to that. That too. I wonder, like the climate change. I don't catch no cold coming home like that. Or the gripe. They said I don't need no gripe. That's one thing I learned here coming to the Dominican Republic. We catch a cold, we call it a cold, the common cold. The common cold really got a name. It's not cold. They would call it gripe here, which we would translate as the flu. So I just think like they don't know what they're talking about. It's called a cold. I'm like, why would they call it a cold? It don't get cold here. We call it a cold because you get sick during the cold. They call that shit gripe because you can catch that same shit in the summer, which we would call a summer cold, but it don't got nothing to do with temperature necessarily. So I call that shit the gripe, like they do, because it makes more sense. Can't bump the ceiling. Don't bump the ceiling. So yeah, I will be very, very excited today when I'm done with this. Probably gonna hang the TV. Then I can at least put the YouTube on the TV in here while I'm working on the rest of the shit. What else is up with y'all? What else is up? Running out of shit to ramble about. How much time we got? My hour, 56 minutes. Said I was gonna go for an hour because I want to see how much data. Because when I signed my little pack up, it give me 10 gigabytes in 5 days. Which if you're just using WhatsApp and minor YouTube, it don't hurt. But after 1 hour live streaming, I'm gonna see if I burnt up how many gigs. Cause I haven't done that before. Like burnt up all the gigs in one day, and then or like 4 or 5 hours of a live stream down here. Then all of a sudden everything moving slow motion. Cause I ran out of gigabytes. How they say the jig is up. They be like, the gig is up. No mas gigs for you, senor. Gigas. Okay, so just stopped. Yeah. In Michigan, though, like, maybe similar to New York, but y'all got ocean effect. But a lot of times, like, it'll snow like that. We've had it where it's like fucking damn near below zero. 3 days later, it's fucking 40 degrees, melting the snow away. And we had a nice little thaw not too long ago, so we thought it was over. We was out of it. But our shit really be on us bad until after like March Madness basketball be done. TMI, I seen your title to your live the other day. It was like I bought my ticket. I already bought the ticket for the return. Yeah. Everybody loves the sewer. Yeah, I use Altice, formerly known as Orange. And yes, I have a Wi-Fi box. And then the packages they got, the best package for what I'm doing. I mean, you could buy, the most you can buy is like 15 days at once, basically. But I buy 5 days, 5 days, and it's usually 5 days, 5 gigs, right? You get the basic package. But there's always a coupon on the bottom of the application to double your capacity for 60 more pesos. So it's 5 days for 149 pesos, which is like $3. But for another $1.20, so it makes it $1.99. So just about $4, you get 5 days and 10 gigs, which is strong enough that little Wi-Fi box to stream on the, I've even played the PlayStation Live with it. It, you know, but you can burn through that really quick. So I just bought a pack right before I started this live. So I still had a pack left for one day, but it was like once you burn out your gigs, it goes to like the slowest setting. So can't go here. I'm looking for the light, it's right in my face. So I just bought a pack. So I was gonna go for an hour, but I'm gonna go till I finish this wall or until y'all stop asking me shit or whatever. See, see how it lasts, how much I burnt up in one little live stream. You got a cap on one, 45. Yeah, I mean it stays pretty high. Well, let you know they done boosted the damn strength of it. See the fridge in the corner. Shout out to the 4 people in the building. Rocking with your boy. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here rocking on me. Appreciate it so much. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend. If you're out there and you are one of them super wealthy, philanthropic, entrepreneurial types, hit the cash app. It's in the about section on my channel description. You can donate, 10, 50, $80,000 to the good cause. It's a good cause, just because. But yeah. So yeah, I actually got to get some actual Wi-Fi service. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to see. That's what I said. I want to see how much it burned up just in this live stream to figure out if I'm gonna go ahead and buy like internet in here. Or they also have here that I saw it was Claro during the NBA All-Star game. We were watching it on the beach on the projector, and the projector was hooked up to like this router that Claro sells. That's like a 5G satellite router type thing. So if that works inside, I think they said it was like $30 a month. So that's another option I might get. So I gotta figure that out. Otherwise, I just gonna buy the mobile joints, leave it in my unit, depending on the length of time that I rent it for. Just tell everybody, yo, it's like $2 a day, so I probably end up spending like 60 a month that way. But it's only if depends on somebody's here that many days and whatnot. If you can just buy the little packages for 5 days at a time, it only costs you $4. So we'll see. That's just something I got to tackle. Or, or I got to holler at my neighbor. Split that bill. Because I get their signal over here from like 3 different apartments. So we can see who want to collaborate. But all collaborations ain't always good, you know what I'm saying? So you got to watch out who you collaborate with. You might think they're good peoples. And then it's like, what? Straight up? It's like that. Say it ain't so. Oh. And as Forrest Gump said, that's all I got to say about that. Shout out to Forrest Gump. One of my favorite movies, I would have to say. I won't say favorite, but a really good one. You can watch it over and over and see little things that you missed or catch little nuances. It's all a general enjoyable movie. Thinking about doing some movie reviews, speaking of movies, when I get back too. I've seen some stupid Netflix movies, and I'm like, yo, I'm Maulberg, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know all the answers. Some of these plots are just dumb on these Netflix movies. Like, yo, why would that be? For instance, I can't even think of the name of the movie. I started watching, I couldn't fucking get past 15 minutes of it last night where people was out in the going trip, a husband and a wife. I didn't even get to the part where she was a badass, like an army sergeant or some dumb shit. She fucking her husband gets killed by these locals, and then she go Rambo on them with some shit. I don't know. Maybe that's what they was trying to do, like recreate the plot for Rambo or some shit like that, or Taken or something. But anyway, the movie got stupid when they went for a hike in the woods and it started raining. So they seek shelter. They found some house that was in the woods. And the house belonged to some people that they met at the restaurant to try to run them off the road, which was another fucking random shit. The guy almost got ran off the road. And then later on, they go to a restaurant. The dude, they try to run him off the road just randomly in the restaurant. And he knows everybody. But they ain't got no smoke with dude, even though they knew that was dude. And your husband's a cop and you a fucking army killer. But you ain't no smoke with dude. But anyway, fast forward. I already thought that was stupid. So then they go on a walk after they go camping. It starts raining. They seek shelter. They find this fucking house. They get on the porch. Some like cabin in the woods type shit. So it's like, okay. I might not have went on somebody's random porch, but it was pouring rain, so I might have did that and nobody was there just to not get wet for it. But then they proceed to go in the house because the door is unlocked. But it's like, why are y'all even going in these people's shit? Then they staying in there because it's raining long. Then they having sex on the fucking couch. I'm like, so you would just go in a random ass house in the woods and then y'all gonna trespass, even though your husband's a fucking cop, so y'all was trespassing and shit. Somebody's shit. Y'all get in the house, y'all see it's like somebody's shit. Y'all fucking have sex in the house. Like, really? Who does that? So I was already ready to turn the dumb shit off at this point. But then the owners come home. Spoiler. And who are the owners? The fucking dude that tried to run them off the road. That had pulled up on him in the restaurant. I'm like, this shit is stupid as fuck. So I had to turn it off. I said, man, it's getting the Rotten Tomato score of fucking this sucks ass. So shout out to Netflix for making the whack shit. They make some good shit, but that was fucking stupid. And I only had a couple semesters of film school, but I'm a fucking script writing teacher or screenplay dude would have been like, oh, this ain't it. Rethink this. That's all I got to say about that. What else we got here? Yeah, yeah. Ice City in the building. What's up? Yeah, it's the first scene. Yeah, the first 15. And I was trying to watch it because I wanted to see the lady was a killer. That was the shit, her husband, So yeah, the people catch him in the house because yeah, that's nothing in the house. Like I was trying to keep watching, but then while they're in the house, they find this door with all these locks and shit on it. You know what I'm saying? Look like the fucking panic room looking type shit. So then they like, oh, what's this? It's like a secret door. Then they touch the door and it opens up. They're like, oh, we gotta go inside because we just opened the door mistakenly. Then they go inside, it's all types of fucking guns and drugs and some shit. I'm like, so y'all getting right when they find the guns and the drugs, I'm like, oh, we gotta report this. And enters the owners, which are the same people that y'all ran into at the restaurant. That's it. And he kills the fucking, they tie him up and start torturing him or whatever the fuck. And shoot the dude. I'm like, this shit's stupid. I don't even care what happens from here because y'all shouldn't even been in these folks' fucking house no damn way. You deserve what's coming to you. You trespassing motherfuckers. Because I would have shot your ass too. I found you in my house and you done found all my guns and my drugs, and then I searched the car and you a federal agent and you got to die. Nothing good can come of this. Oh shit. So I told my girl, I'm picking the next movie. You letting the preview fucking trick you. And like every movie she watched, she kind of like, but some be bad movies. I'm like, damn. She likes good movies. She'll love a good movie. Like her favorite shit is like The Godfather series, really. Cause she be throwing random quotes and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that? How you know what you know about? But then she'll watch the bad ones. Like we sitting there watching that. I'm sitting here like, it's like, why would they do this and that? And she just all into the shit. I said, we gonna turn this shit off. I can't take it no more. I'm sorry. I was drinking a beer too. I said, no. This about to fuck up my buzz. So shout out to that. Ice City, you coming down in April, sir? If you're still out there. I heard you say that was your plan last time in your live. Actually, I was watching one of your lives, man. I heard a dude kick some fucking. Thought he was in my brain, saying my ideas out loud about traveling here and going here and there, perspectives and shit. I said, this dude is fucking on point. It makes a lot of sense. So Ice, I hope you know what I'm saying, venture out. That was one of his moral of his rant was see other shit. It's fucking fun. For example, this weekend, I'm going to Samana. I'm gonna go to try to see the whales. If y'all know it's like the breeding season or I think they give birth out there anyway, you know. The change in the climate and the currents and the water temp and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? They go to have their babies in warmer, shallow waters or whatever. And here in the DR, it's famous in Samana, which is about 3 hours down the past Cabarete and stay on the same road, and you will find Samana, La Terrena, Samana area. And that shit is beautiful out there, let me tell you. I've been there like 5 times, I think. This trip might make 6, or this trip might make 5. I stay at the Bannister Hotel. You can get a big ass suite room for like anywhere from like 120 to 160 on some 5-star shit right by the ocean. Really fucking nice. And I've stayed at a couple other hotels in Samana. I stayed, like 4 different hotels. It's another one that I found randomly on a pull up. It was like $40 a night. It was really nice. And then I stayed in another one that was, I think it was, no, I think between the 5 trips, it's only been in the Bannister. And then I think it's called Hotel Sunrise. But the Bannister's my shit. So I'll be returning next weekend for a baby vacation within this vacation. And I highly suggest y'all do it. It ain't, it's even worth renting a car because it's like a country drive, you know. So, I don't know how much. Actually, the Caribe Tour bus goes out there too because I've seen it. So you can catch the bus out there for $10 probably, or but it's super super chill. It's like a country town, but the whales. So I want to go see the whales. I've actually seen some videos on I think Facebook. People actually were criticizing the residents of Samana because you know in Samana or just in general here in the DR. They got different rules and shit. So like in the United, like it was a video from Summer Now where the people was like mad close to the whales, like super close. Like the boat was like they seen the whale, reach the surface, and they was like close as fuck to him. Like where in the United States, that would have been like some type of animal rights violation of their space, leave them alone type of shit. So yeah, the Dominicans was like close, close. Like so close, like the whale could have like flipped the boat, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to be that close. So I was like, because they got like the whole whale watching beach, and then they got like the pier, and they know where the spots where they be at. And this would be like March is like I think it's like through like the first couple weeks of March. So they like right now it's just popping over there. Even like in the town center of Samana, like you know how here in the DR and a lot of Latin American countries they got like the concrete blocks that'll say where you are. Like right now, the latest one that was built was the Sasua one. So they got the same thing over there, but the one in Samana has a big ass whale behind it. Because that's what the town is known for. Whale watching. So I'm gonna go whale watching, maybe. I don't know if I'm gonna get that close. Cause I don't want to get flipped. But I'm definitely gonna go out there, maybe take the drone. I haven't flown my drone this trip because I forgot the charger. But this might be worth it, especially if we see some whales. So yeah. Bannister Hotel. Really nice. And since I already went over budget on this whole trip, you know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck it. Not gonna penny pinch next weekend. And 2 trips ago when I went down there, I met a dude who has a boat, a catamaran, I think it is. Like a 40-foot little yacht type deal. He does tours. He's an American guy. We have the same name. So we have like kind of got cool over there. I was there for like 4 nights and I met him on the second night. So him and his wife lived there. I like the third night. It was cool as shit. So you tell me next time you come, we'll go out on the boat. You don't gotta pay nothing. I was like, no problem. I'll do some video. You watch my YouTube channel and seeing some of the drone footage. I was like, yeah, I'll bring the drone out in the boat. That would be cool. So if I can catch him, if he's here in town, that could be dope. I'm glad I just thought of that. I'm going to call him when I get done with this live, send him a message. So that could be some dope footage. Time to lay this last coat on nice and thick. Because this is it. Just enough paint to have the brush not screaming. What you mean? You can hear the difference when the brush is full of paint, the noise it makes on the wall, and when it's out of paint. Yeah, so you can hear your brush crying. What you mean? You hear that? Brush is crying for more paint, son. Okay. Shout out to my dad. I was just on the phone with him right now. Call him every day to show him the baby. And the baby be responding. My dad be on there, so that's kind of cool. To watch the son get older and grow up. Update his app fucking daily, new facial expressions and shit. Suck his thumb now. I think he's gonna be right-handed. Hoping he could be left-handed just because. If you want to play baseball or something, he's gonna grow up to be His grandfather, Dominican grandfather, already said he's gonna be a baseball player. I said, "Oh yeah, he might play basketball too." Al Horford from the same city. He was like, "Nah, he gonna play baseball." I said, "Okay, Ricardo, if you say so." But he go old too. I don't give a fuck. His grandpa still play baseball, so his uncle play baseball. They pretty good. And he gonna be tall. I can already see. 'Cause I seen a little baby the other day. You know, now that you, it's like when you get a car, you buy a new car or whatever, and you start seeing cars like yours, or you pull up somewhere and you see your car, you start asking the people, "Oh, what year is that? How many miles?" Blah 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 blah. The same thing with babies. You have a baby, especially me, being a new father at the tender age of 43. You start seeing other babies and shit all around. You say, "Oh, how?" Used to drive me crazy. You'd be like, "How many weeks is your baby?" The girl would be like, "Oh, she's 120 weeks." What the fuck? Say he's X amount of years old. Stop this weak shit. But I understand it because you're counting the development. But now when I see I ass months, I don't get into the weak shit. I guess I'm just too new to this. But I be asking months. Like, oh, how many months your baby have? So my son will be 3 months next week on the 5th. So I see babies in the store, babies or whatever at the market. I say, how old is the baby? They be looking like it's a little bitty baby like mine. Or my son, they be like, oh, the baby's like 9 months old, 11 months old. And I'm like, damn, my son is the same size. He just turned 3 months. I said, damn, he's gonna be big, tall. But the doctor said that when he looked at him, he said the baby's gonna be really tall. Look how big his feet are already. So I was like, hype. Yeah, you're gonna be a hoop. And I hope you left-handed like your auntie, so you can go left on the ass. Boom. To the cup. Left hand. This, that. It'd be exciting. All the shit you can teach your kid. But I think he's gonna be right-handed because he's grabbing that right though. I'll be paying attention to little shit. And he got his blinking reflexes is good now. Before he used to be looking off in space. I'm like, this little dude all right. He doesn't be looking off in space. He don't be, and I know kids gotta get their eye coordination together and all that, but he wasn't blinking at first. I mean, put my hand in his face like he ain't blinking. Boy, blind, what's going on? But nah. He be all over the place now. He be talking. Now to the point too when he crying and he hungry, you be shaking the bottle up. He hear the bottle, he know what the bottle look like. I said, okay. You looking at the bottle. Like, damn. Your little computer is computing. Computer is puting. Kids are fucking cool. If you ain't had one, get one. If you got 2 or 3, have a fucking another one. Why not? You know? I know people like, fuck that. I don't know more fucking kids. I can feel that too. They're expensive. They are expensive. And I just got started. Like my father said, just keep living, son. Just keep living. You think that's expensive? Keep on living. I said, oh shit, I know. Another thing he told me too, he said, you see him? You see him right now? How he's sitting there, sleeping in your hands, all fucking peaceful and innocent. That's the best he's gonna get. Like, what you mean? That piece of serenity you got in the innocent little kid that ain't told you no, that ain't told some shit up yet. That's it. He's good as he gets right now. He ain't grabbed no crayon and scribbled on your walls yet. He ain't. I say, yeah. So I'll be trying to cherish them moments. Because when I come back, He growing so fast. Yeah, I'm gonna miss like fucking couple updates, and I'm the only one that's speaking English to him. So I gotta get this bilingual shit together. I tell his mama, don't talk to my baby in Spanish. I just be fucking with her, obviously, you know that. But her mom be looking at me like, what the hell? I'm just kidding, just kidding. Shout out to my neighbor. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see her walk by. But she nice with it. She nice with it, you know what I'm saying? Bueno.
Tiene un concierto por ahí.
I think she said it's a concert or something going on. So, and I hear some people singing in the background. Let me go see. Let's go see. See what's going on out here real quick. I don't know if I can do it too long. Yeah, my battery is at 3%. I can't do it. I got to plug y'all into the power. So, burnt it up. All right, let's see. I got 3%. So if it dies on me, if it dies, it dies. Big Super in the building. Oh, what was that? Jazzy P in the building. I ain't see Jazzy P. Okay, I see Jazzy P now. Don't slip on the ice bucket. No, I'm good. I've been man flavors. Yeah, salute. TMI. Yeah. All right, let's plug the phone back. Oh, what the fuck? I don't know how long it's gonna last, gang. Because even though it's plugged in, it's still be draining faster than it can charge. So let's see. 3%. The microphone. Salute, Big Soup. Bipolar. I was talking to somebody about something you told me, Bipolar. You a wise man, Bipolar. I need to get some lotto numbers from you, Bipolar. You be predicting some shit, man. Oh, man. You motherfucking clairvoyant. I said, this nigga. I always told you he was wise. You know, we had that conversation. You're a wise guy. Not in a joking way, but you are a wise guy. And yeah, I was like, damn. I'd be John Brown if that man didn't say that about that and that and that. I'm like, this nigga. Gotta get some lotto numbers from him. So DM me a couple lotto numbers that I could play, you know what I mean? I kick you back like 10%, maybe more. Bigger the jackpot, you know what I'm saying? Hook you up. You can split it, fuck it. Split that shit, man. Big Soup, when you coming back down to the DR, you about due for a visit, man, if you wasn't already down here. Big Soup is a wise guy, too. I've heard him spit quite a bit of the knowledge. I mean, all the subscribers are wise, but sometimes just people hit you, or some of them comments and some of them points of view be hitting different. You're like, yeah, that's what I think. I heard Big Soup make some predictions that I think are going to come true. in reference to some content that's going crazy right now. Going crazy. This viral content out here going crazy. There is some spookiness going on out here too. Spooky in these streets. In the tube of you. The tube of you. Just be you. On the tube. Paintbrush. The brisket. Wouldn't that be viral, man? I slip off this bucket. I don't want to slip off this bucket. Can't slip off the bucket. Oh man. Comments, what we got? What we got? Oh, Free Society in the building. Shout out to Free. Free knows how spooky it be out here. Free's a fucking Ghostbuster. You know why? Because when it be spooky, he's like, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Give a fuck about that shit, man. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I said, you know what? You right, Free. You are fucking right. It's still spooky though. It's still spooky out here, Free. What you got up, Free? Got any questions for you, boy? I'm running out of rambling. I'm almost done with the gray, you know. You can ask me anything. I'm an open book. Bipolar, know about my other business, the other businesses. Now I'm thinking bipolar, you know, he's like, well, I made J mad. Yeah, man. You know you didn't make me mad. But I think I know why you asking about the other businesses. And I was like, what are you talking about? I really didn't know what you was talking about. Then I really thought deep. I was like, oh, I think I know what he's talking about. You know, I was like, be thinking about how wise bipolar is, you know, so it'd be like, maybe he was asking about something. I was thinking deeply. I was about, 2/3 with a Heineken down in me. I was hitting my pen, I was feeling good. Thinking about some shit. And I was like, oh, shit just dawned on you and shit. Like, that's what he was talking about. I know what he's talking about. It makes sense, man. So I wasn't playing dumb before. I just really didn't understand. I was like, wow, this is because this is shit I don't really talk about. But I think it got talked about. That's what it's talking about. I think it was talked about, and that's why it got talked about. But I wasn't talking about it. Oh, what a coinky dink. That's all good too. That's doing nice. And it's independent of YouTube. Anything allegedly trying nothing to do with YouTube. It don't grow from YouTube. So I say you don't even gotta make it to YouTube. It ain't got nothing to do with YouTube. All right, so how long am I going to be in the Dominican Republic? I got 2 weeks left before I go back. And then it's gonna be, I don't know, a little over a month, and then I can come back. I actually believe I'm going to have to pay like the overstay visa fee. Oh yeah, I know. TMI, you was here longer than I was, and you just went back. If you're still out there, did you have to pay any of the visa overage when you were leaving, or because you like the only person I could think of? I mean, I've talked to Flip about it before too, but right now you're the most current person that's had a long stay. So did you pay something when you left? Did you inquire about it? I know it's not expensive. I know it's like $120 a year or some shit like that, or under $100 a year. Did you have to pay? Did you plan on paying? What do you know about that? Or anybody else that has overstayed here in DR? What is the science behind that currently? Alright. What's the science behind the science? Or is it not that much science? I don't want to stand on this counter just because I done gained some Libra since I've been here, y'all. I'm telling you. I've been eating rice and beans like every day, literally every day. Y'all think Margaret, little Margaret, pushing $180 now. That's the heaviest Margaret ever been. People telling me you got the fat face going on. Then I looked at a vacation picture. I was like, I do. Shit. I did gain. I don't. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of getting a skinny man pot belly a little bit. I was like, what the fuck? What is this? What is this? Mosquito? Shout out to the mosquitoes. They're fucking vicious. Every day before I start working, I gotta put the heavy dose of fucking mosquito repellent on. If not, they gonna get me. And the other day, and these, man, Mississippi mosquitoes is rough too, I would say. But these Dominican mosquitoes, I don't know, man. Everything in the DR is fucking more aggressive. Got more hustle because I put a good dose on. I might like the other day I was in here in my flip flops. So I had the shoes on, but then I switched out, put flip flops on. So the only spot that wasn't like fully protected was the feet. Ivy John Brown, they bit the top of my feet up pretty good. I said, what the fuck? On my toes. I never got bit on my toe by a mosquito. And then I looked in the mirror on my head. I had a fucking mosquito bite on my head. I said, these some of them bitches don't give a fuck. Nigga, we'll sting you in your face. You didn't put no mosquito bite on your face? Here you go. Pow! To the face, to the face. I said, these bastards are agresivo. Muy agresivo. Ese mosquitos aquí. I said, yeah, that's what they are. All right. That is the gray. Now I got some paint left in there. I want to change colors. I want to paint this closet maybe. What y'all think? What y'all think? I'll take an opinion. There's 10 of y'all in here. All right, let's see a couple comments. Yeah, I see. How long for you to go? Oh, it's 30 days, but it's really 90. I think before you have to pay. I don't know. I just know we got 90-day visa and that ain't no problem. But I know after 3 months is when it like gets technical. But I could be wrong, but that's all I read. It's been 90 days when the shit gets real. So I think it's like 30, but you can extend it 2 times to make 90 before you like, I don't know. I see what Charlie B says. He says 30 days. Did you get all your paint supplies in Puerto Plata? Yes, I did. So far in Puerto Plata, the fuck? I have bought all my paint supplies. And then got an angle grind that I bought here. 5% battery. Why does shit keep doing it? Don't shit? Oh, I know why. I ain't know why. Because the button is being pushed by this holster. The Bixby button. All right, so yeah, I got this here. Drywall mud. I got an extra sheet of drywall. Actually, I bought more than I needed just in case I fuck something up. And I'm gonna put a new ceiling in my bathroom, so I got that for that. But yeah, everything here in Puerto Plata. I went to Santiago looking for something, but they didn't have it. But between here and Santiago, but basically the building supplies have been pretty much not too much more expensive. All right, this is what I'm talking about. This closet. I was gonna totally tear it out, blah blah blah, but like to hit my timeline and whatnot, I'm just gonna leave it. It's not bad. It serves its purpose. It's fully functional. I won't put some more shelves in there and clean it up or whatever, and make it new as possible. But I was going to paint it white, but everything is trimmed out in gray. So this wall only have a gray accent wall, and everything else is white. This is gonna be the headboard to the bed. But in this spot here, I'm gonna have, if y'all can see, my guy Miguel paint something on this headboard. I got a whole new piece of wood for that. We're gonna paint like a whole thing, and I'm gonna take this one out because it's coming apart, as y'all can see. So I'll replace this with that. And you're gonna have it painted, and then that's gray, gray, gray. So should I paint the closet gray? Is my question. So what y'all think? What do y'all think? Jazzy Peak, what do you think? Do I paint this gray? I kind of got my idea in my head already what I want to do. I just need y'all to dryer sheets work. I heard that. I heard you, and you could take coffee grounds, old coffee grounds, and put some lighter fluid on, and it'll be that'll keep them the way it's gray closet. Okay, we got one for the gray. Any for the white? Anybody vote on the white for the closet? Now on the inside of the closet, it might be white. I'll tell you because the white paint is cheaper than the gray paint. I have more paint than I thought I was gonna need, but the inside of the closet can be white. The gray gallon costs like $30, 28. The white gallon costs like 15, 16. Oh, I gotta plug the shit in before it dies. Oh, slacking, I'm slacking. Plug, power. All right, Ice, what's your vote? Gray closet or white closet, Ice? Jazzy P, what's your vote? Gray closet or white closet? Smoke says gray. What say you? Put the tape on the handle. It's easier to tape the handle than to take it off, I think. I don't want to fuck the screws up. My neighbor, she took these closets out and rebuilt them differently. Shit looked dope, but I can do it. I have all the materials to do it like she did, but I don't have the time. So I might do that on another trip. Break this shit down and rebuild it a little differently. But now it's just gonna be painted. All right, so let's see. Let's see. White says ice. Damn, okay. So we got a gray, we got a white. Need more votes. We need more votes. Somebody, Jazzy, did you vote? I didn't see it. Jeff Moore, eh? Everybody's qualified. Jeff Moore, what color? Charlie B. Smoke. Yeah, Smoke said gray. Free. It's 11 y'all in the building. A white with a gray door. Hmm. If anything, since this wall is well, you gotta make it complicated, man. It won't be that complicated, but tell you what, since the vote is down the middle, right? I can start with the door because we got two gray votes technically, and the door is the gray thing. So I'm gonna paint the gray door first. Then we can determine if we like it like that, or we just paint the whole thing gray. Because mind you, this wall is gonna be white, so the juxtaposition, I think that's what it is. The differences in the texture might be, we'll see. We'll start with the gray door. Gray door first. And I also thought about trimming it out because I got like a lot of extra trim pieces and shit. But like I said, I got to be done painting today. That's one of the prerequisites of this whole thing today. I got to be done painting today. And tomorrow, most shit is closed. Ain't no buying nothing tomorrow. And Monday is the Independence Day. So ain't shit going on. The whole country finna shut the fuck down on Monday. Anyway, and Dominicans be chilling. Telling you. They be chilling on Mondays anyway because they party on Sundays. But Monday is a parade. So I thought about flying my drone for that too. Yeah, it's a big Independence Day parade like we do at home. But Americans got, we are a nationalistic population. The Dominicans, boy, they got more national pride than Americans. For sure. For sure. Gray up one vote. Bipolar said red. Okay, we got gray is winning right now, but let's see. We're gonna do the door first. So I was leaning towards gray, to be honest with y'all, for the whole thing. Just to see, but let's knock out the gray first on the door. So at least we can visualize and see what the gray door with the white will have looked like. Or will look like if that's what we vote for. Can't have red bipolar, that wasn't an option. And then tomorrow, I think, I'm gonna go. I seen a couple paintings I like. I'm gonna buy like one painting from the market, but they got a nice big one I like. I think my budget for the paintings is gonna be $50. I should be able to get like 3 of them for 50, maybe even 4 for real, Cause my man Miguel painted a lot of the paintings out here. I'm not gonna get one of his paintings though, because I've already got a hallway and these doors done by Miguel. So, and he's gonna do the headboards. I want a different style painting. I don't want it to be like all dominated with just the same art. necessarily because he's gonna do a piece outside as well. So we don't give. And I seen this cool painting of a monkey. I like actually. It's a monkey with some headphones and a fucking fitted cap backwards or some shit. And it's big as hell, and it's a real original painting. So I thought about buying that. But the lady caught me looking at it, so she knew I like it. She knows that I like the painting. And that's not working in my favor. Because they know you loving it. They gonna see something you like and you're gonna be around, you just do the walk by. You don't, you know what I'm saying? You might ask how much they want for it, but you don't pick it up. Don't touch it. I'm telling you, that's how you negotiate. Especially when you're going in shops and all the shops have the same shit. You see something you like, don't touch it. You just walk by it. When the shopkeeper asks you something, you might ask them how much it costs. If y'all don't know how to say it in Spanish, you say cuánto cuesta. That's how much. Cuánto or cuántos is for. Cuánto is how much. Cuesta is cost. You ask them that. Even if they speak English, ask them in Spanish. That lets them know that this ain't your first rodeo. I talked about that. I'm gonna do another video on that. I got a video, it's an old video on my channel now. It's called Half Price Hustle, where I break down a strategy on how to buy stuff here. Anywhere, really, in a fucking free market like that. Yeah, a couple of people, I got a little backlash about this video. And I actually thought I might not get backlash, but I know that a person or two might not like it because it's kind of giving out some game. But I don't care because I ain't telling no lies. It's like I was saying, buy shit when it's raining. It'll be cheaper. But you apply the principles that I spoke on in Half Price Hustle, and it's kind of speaks for itself what I just said. Half price. You mix that with knowing the best days to go to the market, rainy days. Mix that with asking several stores that you see it at for their prices. Mix that with don't let them know that you like it. Like that from used cars. You know, you just look. Mix all that together, you can get a better price than the one that they're gonna tell you off the bat. Guarantee. I guarantee. All right, y'all. Now it ain't dry, but you got a gray door now. And technically, I think gray is winning anyway. But let's see if it changes anybody's votes. Seeing a gray door with the white. White with the gray door. What up, Miguel Torres? The backdrop gray. What you mean by that, Jazzy P? Like the other wall? I think gray really is gonna be the color because you're gonna have like boom gray trade on boom gray closet. I thought about doing that top gray, but no, because I also thought about in a year or two when I gotta do some touch up in here, I don't want to have to like worry about fucking too many different switches. So what y'all think? I'm leaning towards the whole thing gray. To give y'all a spoiler alert, I'm gonna paint it. I wanted to paint it gray anyway. I just wanted to know if y'all agree with me. So we tried the door. The guy was smoking said that. But we need to finish the thing off in gray. So much play for the gray. Y'all seeing it live and direct. Who else y'all seen in the travel sector doing the motherfucking home repair? Shout out to Tim. It was like, man, you made a blaze of own lane like that, bro. Nobody's doing that. And I was like, you know what? You're right, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the whole lane, you know what I'm saying? But I damn sure can tell you where to buy the best, all the best everything. I done been at every fucking ferreteria, which is hardware store, in the whole city. They know me around there. They be like, hola, senor Jason. Jason. Dominicans don't really have a pronounced J sound in their vocabulary. So they say Jason, or Jason. Even when they write it down, they say, my name is Jason. They write down Yeison. Jason. Hola, Jason. I'm like, okay, I guess that's what my name is. Jason. Or Senor Jason. Now the inside of the closet, like I said, that's gonna be white. I ain't fucking with the gray on that. I'm gonna have to do 2 coats. I already can tell. And if you see something you don't like, take care of it early. So yeah, I know how much drywall costs. I know how much paint obviously costs. I just think another something I might have to take care of. I know how much. I'm gonna do another video too, y'all, because there's a lot of misconceptions about the cost of things over here, even by some people who should fucking know better. I've seen some larger platforms talking about the cost of whatever here in the DR. And then they get online and then they convert pesos to dollars and they be saying some just crazy shit like, oh, first they don't realize that pesos, Dominican pesos, all pesos are not equal, just like dollars. Different countries refer to their currency as sometimes, I think there's like a British pound. I think there's another dollar place that does dollars. But peso, there's more peso places. There's multiple peso countries. So whenever you're looking up shit for the price of anything in the Dominican Republic, it's Dominican pesos. And the symbol is DOP, Dominican peso. Just like dollars is USD, United States dollars. But the Dominican peso, say it's at like 55.9 or 56. Maybe I think it's 56.9. It rises and falls. So whenever you travel here, if you don't already know, get some fucking pesos. Don't spend the dollars. There is no advantage to spending dollars. There's advantage to selling dollars. What do you mean? It means don't trade all your money in when you get here because the value may change. For example, when I got here, it was at 55.3, I think. So I cashed in like $1,000. Or we might have got 54,000 pesos. But a couple weeks later, it went to 56.9, almost 57. So on $1,000, that's 2,900 pesos that by waiting to save the money till the value went up, you made like $60 off 1,000. That if I would have cashed all the money in, I would have missed out on. And that shit stretches. But when people be like, yeah, that means one of our dollars is like 56 of theirs. Yeah, that's how you want to look at it. But they don't change the value. A beer costs 160 pesos at the Tomado. That's like $3 for a big beer. Gasoline is 274 pesos for a gallon. That's like $5. So everything ain't fucking cheap. And inflation done hit here too. So a lot of shit that was cheap years ago ain't the same. Rent is still decent, but everything ain't fucking dirt cheap here. For real, for real. Labor is very cheap. I will say that. Like I got some deals on, like I got the countertops in the door put in here for cheap. I won't say cheap, but like a good price. And I did 3 estimates. They all was good, but the one I went with, which I probably should, well, I probably should have went with a different estimate on something and I would have shaved a headache or two. But it is what it is. And I did it. But labor's cheap, rent's cheap. Food can be cheap if you eat locally, like I explained to so many people. And I heard somebody say some crazy shit like the Dominican food, I just can't get used to that. What do you mean by that? They eat chicken, beans, rice. Like ain't nothing crazy about that. Now if you said I can't get used to Chinese food or something in the Orient, that could be different. So you got all types of different, but at home, you eat chicken like a motherfucker the same. I mean, Jamaican cuisine is different, but it ain't nothing that's gonna have your stomach fucked up. Because it ain't nothing but a combination of chicken and something, or something that's delicious. They got some different drinks and, uh, damn, I can't remember the one I had yesterday. It's called Morty Soñado, I believe it is. There's some juice and they put like the carnation, like evaporated, like milk type cream in the juices and make them shits like, whew, delicious. We sell all that shit at home. We just don't do it like they do it. And then they got some bean juice. It's like the same bean. If you ever had a bean pie, the juice version of a bean pie is what I would explain it as. But it's like they call it sweet beans, I think, habichuelas dulces or something. But they sell that, and that's what it is. It's like they be cooking the beans. You can see them cooking on the side of the road, and then they just give you like some of the juice out of it. You'd be like, bean juice? What? That don't sound good. And that shit is fire. Warm or cold. I actually like it warm, but it's cold. They serve it cold. They give you some little crackers, like some vanilla wafers or some like little baby vanilla wafers to put in there with it when you're drinking it. So you like drop them in there and crunch on them while you're drinking them. That shit's fire. Looking good with the gray, y'all. I think y'all made the correct decision. I'm liking the gray. I think that drink's called Morty, so young. Singing death, I think, I don't know, something like that. It translates out to. It's delicious. The juice, not the bean. In the comments, what we got? Hit that like button. 6 people in the building. Shout out to y'all. Getting close to ending it. I'm all done with the gray. And I don't want to kill all my gigs. Y'all got any more questions, comments, concerns, complaints, suggestions? Snarky remarks. I told you so. Any of that I can address before I shut this thing down. Now's the time, you know. I know inquiring minds want to know some things. I can't tell you in detail. I could at least give you a preview of something I will cover in the very near future. That one was good. What was here? Yeah, that's the look. The gray door is the move. How was it difficult? How difficult was it to source your materials there? Not hard at all. I actually have some videos I recorded inside of the hardware stores. Everyone I went into, I actually have it loaded up. I'm gonna drop it as some shorts, but I'm gonna put it all together too. So I'm gonna do a whole documentary, informational type thing on the pro process. Y'all been watching the shorts, and I got a lot of time lapse footage of me working or them putting in stuff. So I also have a lot of footage of me going to this hardware store, so I can talk about that in detail. So it wasn't very hard, and they deliver everything that you need. So, for example, I bought the sheetrock, drywall, whatever you call it, where you're from, and when I had it delivered, it was like 600 pesos, like $12 for them to deliver here, which wasn't bad. And then they carried it all wherever I needed to go. Same thing with the when I bought the furniture, the mattresses, the refrigerator, they deliver. Carry them upstairs, only charge like I think 200 pesos for that delivery fee. So it's not hard to get all your materials and stuff here to you. And yeah, the little delivery truck will pull up. Bada boom, bada bing. You in the house. You might have some like to find my. I mean, there's one place that I go to. It's called Edgar. So all the hardware store, whatever hardware, like the word is Fediteria. So all the stores are called Fediteria, followed by the name, usually a first name. So it's Fediteria Freddy, Fediteria San Felipe, Fediteria Edgar, Fediteria Luis, Fediteria whatever, you know what I'm saying? Fediteria Charlie B when you open your shit, you know, like that. And right now, the spot called Edgar, even so, like you say, like, ask somebody where you get this and that, they won't say Fediteria, they'll say a first name, like Edgar. I'm like, who the fuck is Edgar? Like the hardware store. So Edgar got everything, like literally everything. But it's the farthest one away, which ain't really that far, but the traffic it can be a bitch going that way. So that's the one I go to if I can't find it at the other places. But I also know different ones. Just like at home, we got Home Depot, you got Menards, Home Depot, Builder Square, I don't know, whatever your local hardware store is. So there's different prices at different places. So like I bought a tube of coffee the other day at the paint store. The shit costs uh like 150 pesos, like $3 for the coffee. But at the spot that's close to here that I went the other day in the pinch, this shit was like 230. I'm like, damn, this shit's fucking almost double. And the tube was a little bit smaller. So I was like, yo, I ain't shopping here no more. Y'all ganking a brother. If y'all use that word where y'all from y'all hood, ganking. I said, damn, it's a gank move. They done ganked your boy for an extra fucking 120 pesos real quick. But you pay for the convenience of shit being close. So probably saved in pesos and gas not driving to Edgar. But Edgar got it all. The only thing I haven't been able to find that I might have to break down and bring from the United States is going to be I'm trying to put like a rolling door, a barn door, not a rolling door, a barn door, sliding door, big one. And I can't find the tracks nowhere. And I've got suggestions and shit for this store in Santiago. But I finally called the store and they didn't have it. Then I had my girl call, so I didn't think they was understanding what I was trying to explain. Same difference. Then I got on the WhatsApp, I sent them pictures of what I'm trying to build, and they still didn't have it. But I've seen it in a couple different apartments here, so I'm like, yo, fuck are y'all getting this hardware for this doors at? I can't find it nowhere. So I might have to just bring that from home next trip. Other than that, I've been able to find everything else. A relatively similar price, maybe a slightly inflated price, but for them, like these paintbrushes was cheaper. Like it was like 29 pesos for a paintbrush. And like not a cheap plastic one with a wood handle. So I was kind of impressed. Some of the stuff is actually, but it's not imported. They make a lot of shit here too. Because even when I look at the paint, it's a product that they make the paint here on the island. What else y'all got? What else y'all got? Yep, a player ass deal. They got some player ass deals here. Más o menos, as they say, more or less. Shout out to the players that get the player ass deals. Speaking of player, no, never mind. I ain't gonna speak on no player ass deals. That's not for this podcast. I mean, this live today. Player ass deals. And the players that get shit. What else y'all got for me? I'm almost real done with the gray now. Finishing this little box y'all don't see. Can't move the phone because it's plugged in. What y'all think about what's going on in the YouTube streets? Jazzy P say his shit popping like fish grease out here. Fish grease. That's gonna be the title of one of my lives. Fish grease. You not to be confused with the fucking bacon grease. You don't mix your fish grease and your bacon grease. Who old school like that? Y'all got the old coffee can or the Crisco can. You get done cooking with the grease, you put it in that motherfucking can and use that shit more than once. Separate them greases. Don't fry no chicken in the fish grease. You're gonna taste it, dummy. And fucking bacon make its own grease. Bacon grease. Don't pour that shit down the sink, dummy. Before we get off this live too, I want to see the results of my social experiment when I seen how many gigs that this live cost. Live stream. Shout out to the social scientists in this motherfucker with the social experiments. I got a social experiment I'm gonna start for my next trip, y'all. Let me see how much money I can raise. Buy some more shit for my Airbnb. I tell you that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna up the ante. Any donation would be you get your donation back in savings if you stay at Casa Morgenheim. What do you mean? Or you get, let's say 50% cash back on your next stay at Casa Mog in this bitch. I got you. Get enough points, you might get a free stay. You get a damn free airport pickup, damn it. Any donation that gets you a free consultation with your boy. Any donation, free consultation. You get a free consultation anyway, but you know, you get an in-depth consultation with any donation. Any donation. I got you. And while supplies last, you get some. Knock off some of the price of your stay. Casa Mog. Casa Mog. That's another thing too. Like the address is down here. Like it's not the same as home. So like this whole area, I'm trying to figure out like what apartment I got. This apartment ain't had no damn name. Just the area. Like this house. So I get to name my apartment and shit. I believe. So I'm gonna name this shit Mog One, I believe, apartment M1, El Pueblito, Apartamento MA1, MA2. I live upstairs at M2. This is M1. See what y'all got in the comment section. Okay. Sunday night is your 100th YouTube live. Okay, I'm gonna try to pull up, man, for real, for real. For real, for real. Next Wednesday, I got an interview on another YouTuber's platform. It's gonna be streaming live on Facebook. It's my second interview. Follow up. So I might drop a thumbnail for that. I mean, I won't be live on my shit. It'll be on their shit, but you know, I'm gonna be on the show, so it's kind of cool. Talking about the expat transition. But yeah, Smoke, I'm gonna try to tune in to your shit. I'm an hour ahead. It's Atlantic time, so I might not be able to stay long if I got the little one and shit here, but definitely, you know what I'm saying? If you got the open panel going on, I'll pop on and say what's up. If not, I'll be in the chat. But that's dope. 100 lives. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So remarkable. Now, I don't know if I had 100 maybe, but they definitely not no 100 organized lives. Like you talking about Sunday Night Smoke podcast, 100 Sundays. It's like a couple years if you can go on every Sunday. That's pretty dope. If you get 52 Sundays in a year, I think it probably more than 2 years. I'm sure there's a Sunday or two you might have sat out. All right, gang. Let's check the gigs. All right, we got 7 people in the building. Appreciate y'all for staying around. All right. I have burned 1.87 gigs in the time that I've been of my 10 in 2 hours and 23 minutes. So let's say an hour gig. So let's say if I went to 2 hours, 2.5 hours, it would have been 2 gigs. Oh, so that's half of my package, my data. No, it's not half, just 2. So it's 40% of my shit. 20% of my shit. 20%. 20%. So yeah. So I appreciate y'all for coming in, rocking out with me for these 2.5 hours. I would stay and let y'all see me paint the white, but it's only so exciting watching paint dry. Shout out to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mosquitoes that are, you can't really see them, but they sitting up there plotting on my fucking downfall, but they don't even know. I'm about to get their asses just vacuum cleaning. Paint attracts mosquitoes. I've even learned that at home in the summertime painting. There's something about the smell. And they be kind of like sluggish, like they just be sitting on the paint, like just. I'm gonna get that vacuum cleaner in. Get all 5 of you bastards. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. I really, really do. You know what I'm saying? Drop a comment in that section or anything in that section. If y'all hadn't hit the like button, do it on your way out. Stay tuned for more content. Please give me suggestions, because if y'all give me an idea about the topic, I for sure will do one. No matter how controversial the subject matter. It might get done if it's really wild. I do it on Mob TV, but I will do it. And yeah, with all that said, gang, a final thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's your boy Morgan. I'm out. Get y'all with the TMZ countdown. Always got a delay.